that radical homosexuals are attacking straight people.
They are.
Because we're speaking up for ourselves.
No, you're trying to impose it. You're not.
No, it's not imposing.
For example, homosexual
there's a difference
marriage,
there's a difference between stepping up and saying, "Hey, I'm a homosexual and I'm worthy of love."
But no one cares.
Obviously you do, because we're still having this conversation.
But if you didn't impose it on the Christians,
okay,
they would go about their lives.
That's
you would
absolutely
go about
not true.
Homosexual
That's
marriage,
absolutely not true, because
you impose that upon the courts. You try to force Christians to accept that, rather
just
than
in the same way that black people force themselves upon white people because they spoke up about having rights in this country.
So what? Repeat that.
Welcome to Christians of Light. We have a tough topic to delve into. It's a topic that most Christians would rather not discuss or confront, but not this Christian personality, Jess Lee Peterson. The fallen state is a term popularized by Jess Lee Peterson, an American pastor, counselor, and media personality who uses it to describe the spiritual and moral condition of human beings who have separated from God, especially through anger, resentment, and identification with the ego.
If radical homosexuals were not imposing on Christians, would there be this big battle going on? Lauren, first than you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that, hey, what if some of this is self-defense? We feel like we're being attacked, and so we need to. And yeah, I'm not against Christian activism in any way. I think it's important that we don't let ourselves become wrapped up in like political debates as Christians to the point where we overlook the larger, broader message of the gospel.
So you agree then that the radical homosexuals are imposing on families, Christian families? They want to change the order of the family, impose it
by asking them to be accepting of their gay sons and daughters,
like that. So you don't see gluttony.
What an encroachment upon your life.
Well, let's be more. I think
and
we
it's
would
not
all
about
agree on
love.
that.
It's not about family, and it's not about civil rights. Do you agree with that?
Well, I mean, no, because the Greeks actually have several different types of love, one of them being specific to like romantic love, eros, and that is something that would so the gay relationships are based around that type of...
They teach this in liberal schools.
And where are the Greeks now?
The Greeks?
Who did you say?
The Greeks in general, just the different types of love.
Where are they now?
They're
yes,
still
because they embraced homosexuality, their civilization went to hell. Yeah.
I rest my case.
Jess Lee Peterson has been openly critical of homosexuality, and his views are highly controversial. He often says, "There's no such thing as a homosexual, lesbian, or transgender. It's just a spirit." He believes people are not born gay, but are in a fallen state, controlled by a spirit of perversion or confusion that entered them through trauma.
I wrote a letter to my father saying I thought I wanted to become a man of the cloth. Right? But then I forgot all about it. And so it really came back to me after I started being in recovery from alcoholism. About 5 years into recovery, I got the call. I thought I wanted to be a priest.
Amazing. And so you've never been married?
Well, you can marry in my church.
Oh, you can?
You sure?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, my church is gay friendly. I can marry a man.
You can marry a man?
In my church.
Have you ever done it?
I've officiated at the marriage.
But you never married one?
No, I've never been married.
Oh, okay. And no children or anything?
No.
Do you regret not getting married, having children now that you're older?
Well, and I'm gay.
You're gay?
Yes.
You don't look gay.
We come in all shapes and sizes, brother.
So you're gay?
I'm gay.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
How did you become gay?
One doesn't become gay. One is born that way.
Does God know you're gay?
I believe so.
Did he make you that way?
That's my opinion.
You think that God made you gay?
I have no, I don't know I'm not going to be presumed to plumb the depths of the Most High, but yes, I've been gay as long as I can remember.
And so, have you been with men?
Of course.
Like sexually?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's mind-blowing.
This is mind-blowing for you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I never expected a priest and a father of Epiphany Church to be gay.
That
You
sounds
don't
like
look
you're
gay.
coming from the assumption, what's look gay mean?
Switchy and soft looking.
Really? That's what you call stereotyping.
Oh, but
that's called, that's like if I were to say to you, well, you're black, where's your fried chicken?
I was at the house and I can't wait to get home to eat it.
So, you know.
That's amazing. So do your congregation know that you're gay?
Absolutely, they do.
That is mind-blowing. And so you think that God made mistakes?
That's a big question. You're talking about everything that is involved at not only at the bottom of this universe, but whatever other inner universes exist. So I would say that I don't think actually that force that we call God makes mistakes, no.
There's no such thing as a homosexual, lesbian, or transgender. It's just a spirit. He frequently says, homosexuals are angry at their mothers and have weak or absent fathers. In his view, many people turn to homosexuality after experiencing emotional wounds in childhood, particularly from a dominating or emotional mother, and not having a strong father to guide them spiritually.
3. Coming out is not the solution. Peterson believes that coming out is not freedom, but accepting the fallen identity. He teaches that true freedom comes from overcoming the identity, whether gay, black, victim, etc., and returning to God.
I have with me, he is back, but this time he's coming in as a transgender person, and under the name of Willow Kessler. Willow Kessler, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Jesse. And just to start off, it's she. Thank you.
The last time you were here, you came in as a male, but you were homosexual or something, right?
No, I was not homosexual. I was straight at the time. You said I seemed feminine. That's what we had the argument.
Oh, yeah, right. And what was your name before? I had it here, but they took it out. I don't remember.
My dead name is William Michael.
William Michael. And so you came in as William Michael as a feminine male. What made you decide, you know what, I'm just going to be a woman?
Because I finally just kind of realized, you know, I wasn't happy as a boy. You know, I just kind of wanted to do the transition, and I met some friends that were also trans, and it just kind of one thing led to the other, and next thing you know, I want to chop my penis off. Because I do have bottom dysphoria too, where I don't identify with that.
So whenever you go to the bathroom and you see it, you like wonder what is this? Who does it belong to?
It's not who does it belong to. It's just like, why is this here? The way I put it, Jesse, is if you inhaled a helium balloon, okay, and your voice went high pitch, and then it stayed like that forever, and you had to go out and talk to your friends and come on your show, you would feel like that voice doesn't belong to you. You'd feel emasculated. You'd feel uncomfortable. That's the way I kind of describe the dysphoria I feel. I just want to blend in as a woman. That's all I want to do. I do a pretty good job of it.
No, you don't look like a woman at all.
Besides my chin, if I hide my chin, yes, I do.
You gotta
yes,
do.
I do, Jesse.
You gotta do more than that.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, Stevie Wonder can see that you're not a woman.
Well, Jesse, I'm just starting, and I do not wear makeup. I'm a natural woman, so I could be one of the ones that plaster my face in makeup and try to be something I'm not, but I'm natural, and I have natural beauty. I have nice cheekbones. It's just the chin. That's it. Just the chin.
Take your wig off. Let me see what you look like.
No, I will not, Jesse. I'm growing my hair out right now, and no, I will not do that.
No, let me see what you look like without the wig.
On live camera?
Yeah.
Jesse.
You look better as a man.
Yes, but it's just not me, Jesse. It's just not me. I may look better, but I'm not happier. So
but you need to find out a way to be happy before you really screw your body up and you'll regret it later.
Well, I have put a lot of thought into this. It's not like I'm just jumping into it.
Yeah.
I understand the dangers, and I've gone to many doctor's appointments. where they have to make sure that I do have dysphoria, and they agreed. So, I'm not rushing into the reassignment surgery, but I'm on hormones and I want tits. I'll tell you that.
This is amazing. I have with me today Pastor Kurt D. Thomas. He's a senior pastor of the Renewed Church of Los Angeles. So if I read, and I don't know if it's true or not, I like to ask the person before I mention,
Okay.
know if it's true or not. Are you a homosexual?
I am a same gender loving man.
So does that mean you're a homosexual?
It means that I'm a same gender loving man.
But just from, I'm black and slow.
Okay.
And just for the record, does that mean you're a homosexual?
I could be considered a homosexual.
Are you considered? I don't want to think of you if you're not.
I'm a homosexual.
You're a homosexual?
Yes.
And so you're a homosexual pastor?
I am a homosexual pastor, yes.
How long have you been a homosexual pastor?
I've been a pastor for 8 years, senior pastor, and then before that, prior to that, I was a youth pastor.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that God would call a person, a homosexual, to be a pastor but not change him?
So I don't think that God majors where we minor. And so I think that what happens is I think that we put limitations on God that God doesn't have.
Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state? You know what fallen means, right?
A fallen state means that they've fallen from the grace of God.
Yes.
Is that what you're, okay.
Right.
So I believe that that humans have fallen from a fallen state, but with the whole deal with reconciliation, I think that God reconciles us back to himself.
So you do agree then that human beings have fallen away from God, right?
That humans have fallen away from God according to Adam and all that, yes.
And then at some point, those who seek him will come back.
Those who seek him are that he's called back to them, yes, then they will.
Is it possible to overcome that fallen state?
It is possible to overcome that fallen state if we accept Christ back into our hearts.
Right. How does one know when they're in a fallen state?
Well, a person will know that they're in a fallen state when they don't live a life that's acceptable. I believe that's really acceptable to themselves. So like a person that is a drug addict, or a person that is drinks too much liquor, a person that maybe possibly not living their best life or doing what they're called to do. I think that those people are the people that find themselves in a fallen state.
So when they're not living their life according to God, then they're in a fallen state. So thank you. So listen, do you think that human beings are in a fallen state? The show is called The Fallen State.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the state of, as in the United States.
No,
the
fallen away.
State.
Yeah.
No.
Trans people have been banned from the military. Is that a good idea?
In a way, yes. In ways, no. I still think trans people should be able to serve their country if they want to, but like I made a post about this the other day where I don't think I should be around a bunch of sex-starved men that haven't seen their wives in 6 months. I'm just going to be a sex object. They're going to be drooling over me all day. I should not be in that environment. So I am not mad about it.
There's a thought process that God could possibly be a woman, or that God could be this, or that God could be that. That God can be whatever it is that you need him to be.
You believe that he can be a woman?
I believe that God can be whatever it is that you need him to be.
So can he be a homosexual too if you needed him to be one?
Honestly, I don't think that God, the Bible says that God is neither male nor female.
Right. So how can he be a woman then if he's not a female?
Well, I'm saying that God basically finds himself congruent to whatever state of mind a person is in. And so at one state, God is a Jewish carpenter. At one state, God shows himself as a big black woman in the kitchen cooking.
Big black woman?
A black woman in the kitchen cooking. And
So you think God could be a big black woman?
I think that God can be whatever it is that you need God to be at that moment.
Do you think that God can be a homosexual too?
If God needs to be a homosexual, I think that he was, but I don't liken him to that. I don't liken the word, I don't liken God to be to be an isolated gender.
So you believe that God can be a woman, a big black woman, a homosexual?
God can be whatever you need God to be.
And so does that person make God what they want him to be in their mind so they can accept being wrong? Or does God switch genders and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think that God, that we create God to be whatever we want God to be in our minds. I think that it's based on experiences. The experiences of that person allows God to transform himself in whatever it is that that person needs to be.
You said there shouldn't be any cis women in sports.
Oh yeah, cis women in sports.
What's a cis woman?
A cis woman is a woman that was born as a woman. She's biologically a woman. It's just.
So I don't understand. You guys so you're saying a real woman should not be in sports?
No, they're slower, they're weaker, they're emotional. You know, if you want to watch women's sports, watch trans women's sports. Give us a chance. We're faster, we're bigger, we're stronger, we can score more goals.
But that's because you were born as a male.
Yeah, I know.
But shouldn't women, it's okay for women to play, participate in sports against one another, but they shouldn't be allowed to play against men. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess they can compete against each other, but when a woman like me joins their league, all of a sudden there's a lot of talk and issues, and that I, am too rough and too physical. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's just make trans leagues. If they're going to be weak like that.
But who would want to watch a bunch of drag queens playing sports?
Well, I'm not a drag queen. I'm a trans woman. There's a big difference, Jesse.
But you are a man in a dress, so you're a drag queen. You can call it whatever you want. But in reality, it's a drag queen, right?
No, a drag queen is like an adult entertainer, Jesse. I'm not an adult entertainer, okay? I don't go to clubs and do shows and dance.
Oh.
I'm a proper lady. I'm just an average woman. What is funny?
Oh, God.
What are you laughing at, Jesse?
I'm laughing at you. It's just funny. So you've been a homosexual all your life, you said earlier, right?
At the age of 9, I knew that I liked the same sex. Yes.
How did you become that way?
I didn't become that way. I knew that was my innate nature to like men.
And so how did your nature go from a natural nature of being a man or male to an unnatural nature of becoming a woman? How did that happen?
So, you said the unnatural nature of me becoming a woman?
Yeah, you were born a natural male, right?
You're born a natural male.
Right, you were, right?
I am a male currently sitting here in front of you.
But how did you go from being a natural male to an unnatural woman?
Who's an unnatural woman?
But isn't homosexuality is like being a female feelings?
No.
What is it?
No.
What is it exactly?
Being gay is, or being gay, being a homosexual, whatever term that a person wants to use to identify themselves. It's an innate state of being. It means that this is who that person is. If I'm not a woman, I'm a man sitting here in front of you having a conversation. I have a penis, just like you have.
Well,
a
you
penis.
do have the male parts, but now they're cutting that off too. Did you hear about that? We'll get to that. But do you feel inwardly? Do you feel like a male or you feel like a female?
I am a male sitting here in front of you.
No, but what do you feel like?
I feel like a male. And
inside?
I am a male sitting here in front of you.
I realize that, but inside, do you feel like a man or you feel like a woman?
I am a male sitting here in front of you. So that answers your question, right?
I know.
I don't feel like anything because I am a male.
You don't feel like neither male nor woman?
I am a male sitting here in front of you.
I realize that, but what made you think you're a homosexual then? If there's not a feeling on the inside, why do you think you're
homosexuality is not a feeling, it's a state of being. It's who the person innately is. It has nothing to do with creating a feeling that you're talking about. It's the innate nature of who that person is. I innately am who I am. Me being gay or homosexual has nothing to do for me with being a man. It has everything to do with my preference and who I choose to sleep with.
What does the word innately mean? What does that mean? I'm black and slow. I don't know what that means.
The word innate. The word innate means that I'm not changing or I'm not becoming something else. I am who I am.
Just before we started the show, you said that you introduced your. Is he your husband or your wife? Is that your husband? He's gonna be your husband or your wife?
I'm gonna end this interview.
Why?
Because we're ending this right now.
Why you want to end?
We're ending it.
Well, wait, come back.
Take this off. When you want to have a real conversation, call me. No, you're bullshitting me.
Come back.
I'm not gonna be a part of that. Come take this off of me, or I'm gonna take it with me.
But why are you running?
Come take this off of me, or I'm gonna take it with me. Please take it off of me.
Really?
Because you're disrespecting me.
But no, I'm asking you really.
Please take it off.
Am I asking him a real serious question?
No, I'm saying, just let him take their recording. Just trying to get a reaction.
It's okay.
No, be quiet.
No, that's not what
Okay,
we're doing.
so
Just take it off.
yeah.
But tell me why you're running.
Down?
I'm not running, sir, but when you want to have a real conversation, you have my information. You
But you
call
said
me.
that you were gonna.
When you want to have a real conversation,
You said
when
that
you
gonna
want to have
marry
a real
this-
conversation,
You said you're gonna
can call
marry
me.
this guy.
When you want to have, he's a guy. You're calling him a female. You're being disrespectful.
I asked if you gonna call him husband or wife. Come back. Do you want to be interviewed? No. Amazing. Well, they gone. How old are you?
68.
So are you gonna be like gay all your life, or will this pass?
You know the answer to that as well as I do.
But
Are you going to be black all your life, or is it going to pass?
But being gay and being black is different. It's like
No, it's not, my brother.
black is a skin color, but gay is like an abnormal lifestyle.
Is that what you believe?
Yeah, you can overcome it.
No, I'm afraid that's wrong. Just bullshit.
You a priest? Can you curse?
I just did.
That's amazing. You gay and you curse? God's not pleased.
God is not pleased.
What are you doing to help your viewers get out of this rut of being stuck in beliefs that, for better or worse, are leading to a lot of destruction in the world?
I don't see that happening.
Well, you're
The
not
only way
paying
I
attention.
see, there are people who they have
You
fear,
just
they have
used
doubt.
that out of your mouth that a young child who hangs himself in their bathroom or their bedroom closet is doing so because they have some revelation that the life that they're living, which they're not even living yet, that they're so stricken with ill feelings about themselves that it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that that child doesn't feel loved and accepted.
That's
period.
Not true.
It is very true.
It's not,
You
well,
can't.
it is.
Do you know anyone that's committed suicide
yeah,
for
I deal
being
with
gay?
them all the time. But let me tell you this.
In what capacity? To condemn them?
No, let me tell you this, man. Be quiet.
You're not doing it to be helpful.
Hold on. What it is, when you're in a fallen state, you have guilt because you're separated from God. And in that guilt, you tend to judge yourself. And you open up the room for Satan to come in and to deceive you. You know what? Your life is not worth anything. You're a homosexual, or you're drunk, or you're an alcoholic, or you're whatever, right? And so he convinced you to take your own life because you're judging yourself in that fallen state because you're wrong. You're separated from God.
Wait, can we?
Do you accept that?
Why don't they try a new tactic and try actually accepting it?
No, you
and
should never accept
And let's
wrong.
see what humanity looks like then.
You should never accept evil.
What are you doing to...
So your fans are sending in something that says, I stand with Willow, pictures. What is that about?
Well, it's because, Jesse, I don't know if you've realized it, but over the last little while, the term gender dysphoria has been kind of thrown to be a slur, like it's not acceptable anymore. And I come from the trans med community, and that means that I believe we have a medical issue. Okay, it's a mental issue. There's something that's not right where I don't identify in the body. I don't think gender is a spectrum. There's male and female, that's it. And I'm tired of all these non-binaries, unicorn, owlkin, coming out here trying to steal my oppression points that we've been working on for decades. So these NBs and the Q+, they can go get their own umbrella. LGBT, that's it.
So,
and that's why they stand for Willow.
So you want the right to be screwed up. Why don't they have the right to be that way?
They can be, but don't call themselves trans. A trans person is someone with dysphoria, not somebody that got a buzz cut and dyed it purple and now all of a sudden they're genderqueer. It doesn't work like that.
But don't they have a right to degrade themselves just as you're doing for yourself?
Yes,
or to yourself?
Yes, they do. But they
so
do
why
not
do
have the
you
right-
why are you mad at them for having the right to be screwed up?
Because they are hijacking the trans movement.
Amazing.
They're not trans. They're not transitioning to nothing.
So
They're going from a male to whatever they want. That's not how it works. That's not dysphoria.
why don't you love all white people?
You mean, do I have a kind of blanket feeling of, well, okay, let me put it this way. I guess I love white people the same way I love all people.
But why don't you love all people?
I just told you I loved all people.
No, you said you didn't.
All right.
How is it possible that you can represent God and not love all people?
My brother, I'll see you later. This
Where
is
you
a really
going?
stupid conversation.
You about to run?
Yeah, I'm going.
Don't run. Priests don't run.
This priest is leaving
Why?
because it's a stupid conversation.
What's stupid about it? We're talking about America. Are you really running? Beta!
You are... I'm really like... wow.
You had fun. Let me ask, did you have fun?
Like, I just really want to know, do
Did
you
you
really
have
believe the
fun?
stuff that you say?
Did you have
or
fun?
is it just for entertainment?
Answer my final
Can
question.
you answer my question?
Yeah,
you
I
haven't
did not
answered.
answer.
You haven't answered. You keep saying
What's
that,
your
but you never
question?
end up answering.
What's your question?
Do you really believe the stuff that you say?
100%.
What was your? Can you just give me a little context? Where did you grow up? Like, who raised you? I'm serious. That's a very serious question. I'm very curious.
I grew up in Alabama.
My family's from Birmingham.
I grew up under the Jim
Jim
Crow
Crow. I've
laws.
heard you say that.
Colored signs only, white signs only. I was raised pretty much by my grandparents, my grandfather and grandmother.
Did they hate black people as much as you do?
As a matter of fact, black people loved one another then. They don't love each other today.
I would agree that
Black people
the
have
state of the
more,
black
they have
yeah,
character,
I
the family was tight,
I
abortion
agree with
was
you on that.
unheard of. Black people were decent people. They didn't hate white people.
And
so they were
that's
decent
no longer
people.
the case.
No, that's gone now. And that's why you
Across
people
the
are
board.
suffering. You people are suffering not because
What
of
do you mean?
racism.
Are you? I've heard you say you're not black. So what are you?
Well, I'm black on the outside, but white on the inside.
Okay.
So you
So then
people
you-
are suffering due to the destruction of the family and the lack of moral character, and not this phony idea.
So by
of
you
racism.
making that statement, then are you saying that your Lord and Savior and your God that put you on this earth made a mistake by putting you in black skin?
No, he made me white on the inside.
Like he might have made somebody male or female on the inside, but the opposite
That's not
externally?
the same thing.
How is it not?
Listen, that's not the same thing.
you don't
But
want it to
I
be?
gotta ask you this because I'm out of time. Did you have fun?
I had a great time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you have fun?
I had fun, yeah.
Don't go too far with it because once you take off your body parts, you're going to become depressed, and that's not going to work out very well for you.
Listen, Jesse, once I get my facial feminization surgery, I'll come back on. You'll see how depressed I am.
All right, we'll have you back. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, I wish you well.
You too.
All right,
Bye.
buddy. Bye.
Is Jesse Lee Peterson simply stirring controversy for attention, or is there something deeper behind his words? Many accuse him of offending black people, Muslims, the LGBTQ+ community, and others on a daily basis. But this is not an act. Jess Lee Peterson means every word he says. He isn't trying to be provocative for fame. He genuinely believes in what he preaches. His worldview is firmly rooted in the Bible and the teachings of Jesus Christ. Whether people love him or hate him, one thing is certain: he stands by his convictions without apology, guided by what he believes is the unshakable truth of God's Word. Thanks for watching. Please follow and support this channel, Christians of Light. Amen.